Imagine waking up one morning to find out that your country just elected a new leader. But here's the twist. It wasn't really the people who decided. The election was influenced by algorithms. The campaigns were crafted by machines. And your vote? Predicted and manipulated before you even cast it. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's already happening. Artificial intelligence isn't just transforming industries. It's quietly reshaping the foundations of democracy itself. And the scariest part? Most people have no idea it's even happening. For decades, democracy has been built on one simple idea, that people informed by facts and guided by free will make decisions about their leaders. But what happens when technology starts guiding the people? When AI systems understand your fears, desires, and biases better than you do yourself? From social media algorithms that sway elections to AI-generated propaganda that spreads faster than truth, to predictive analytics that can forecast and even manipulate voter behavior. The rise of artificial intelligence has introduced a silent revolution, one that's not fought with weapons but with data. Today, we'll uncover how AI is quietly taking over democracy, how it's influencing elections, controlling narratives, shaping policies, and potentially rewriting the very rules of freedom itself. 1. The algorithmic puppet masters. Let's start with the platforms where democracy now lives. Social media. In theory, these spaces were meant to give everyone a voice. But in practice, they've become laboratories for psychological manipulation. Every scroll, every like, every share feeds algorithms designed to keep you hooked. And these same algorithms are now deciding which political ideas you see, which you don't, and how often you see them. AI doesn't care about truth or justice. It cares about engagement. It amplifies outrage, polarizes societies, and nudges public opinion, all while pretending to be neutral. In 2016, we saw this power firsthand. Cambridge Analytica, using AI-driven psychographic profiling, targeted millions of Facebook users with personalized political ads. Each voter saw a different reality, crafted specifically to exploit their fears or beliefs. That scandal was just the beginning. Today, AI systems are far more advanced, and they're being used by governments, corporations, and political strategists worldwide. Your feed isn't showing you reality. It's showing you a version of reality designed to shape your behavior. And that, in itself, is the first quiet takeover. 2. Deepfakes. The end of trust. Next comes a weapon even more dangerous: deepfakes. I can now create hyper-realistic videos of people saying or doing things they never did. A political leader declaring war, a candidate confessing to a crime, a protester spreading hate speech. It looks real, it sounds real, and it spreads like wildfire. The danger isn't just in what's fake, it's in what's believable. When truth becomes subjective, trust, the foundation of democracy, collapses. In 2024, researchers identified thousands of AI-generated fake news clips circulating on social media during elections across multiple countries. Some were designed to suppress voter turnout, others aimed to discredit political opponents. And the terrifying thing? Most viewers couldn't tell the difference. We're entering an era where it's no longer about who controls the truth, but who controls the narrative. And AI is the perfect storyteller. 3. Data is the new ballot. Democracy used to be about ballots. Today it's about data. Every online search, purchase, and conversation adds another layer to your digital identity. AI systems then analyze this data to predict and influence how you'll vote, what issues you care about, and even when you're most emotionally vulnerable. In some countries, governments are building AI systems that monitor citizen behavior in real time. They track social media activity, location data, and financial transactions, all in the name of security or efficiency. But underneath this data is being used to create digital profiles that define your social and political worth. Take China's social credit system, for example. While it's often discussed in economic terms, its political implications are profound. Imagine a system that rewards compliance and punishes dissent, not through censorship, but through algorithms that control your access to services, loans, and even travel. Now imagine that same concept, quietly integrated into Western democracies, not by the government, but by corporations holding your digital identity hostage. Data isn't just the new oil, it's the new vote. And it's being bought, sold, and weaponized by AI systems in ways most citizens can't even see. 4. AI-generated political campaigns. It's not just voters who are being manipulated, it's politicians too. AI can now write campaign speeches, design slogans, and even run targeted ad campaigns, all optimized through real-time data analytics. In 2023, several political campaigns in the US and Europe admitted to using AI tools for ad generation and voter targeting. Some used chatbots to simulate human conversations with potential voters. Others used generative AI to create emotional campaign videos in minutes. The result? A future where the human touch in politics becomes synthetic, where candidates become brands and elections become marketing wars between competing algorithms. Even worse, politicians themselves are starting to depend on AI advisors. Why consult public opinion polls when an AI can instantly analyze millions of conversations, detect trends, and suggest the perfect response? The problem is, AI doesn't have morals. It doesn't care about truth or ethics. It only cares about optimization. And optimized politics often means manipulative politics. 5. Automated censorship and digital authoritarianism. While AI can empower people, it can also silence them. Governments around the world are deploying AI-driven moderation systems to monitor online speech, detect dissent, and remove problematic content. At first, it sounds harmless and keeping hate speech and misinformation in check. But the same tools that can block hate can also block truth. And AI doesn't always know the difference. In countries like Russia, Iran, and even democratic nations, AI tools are being used to filter what citizens can see or say online. This creates a subtle but powerful form of control. One where people think they're free, but the reality they live in is algorithmically curated. This isn't the iron-fisted censorship of the 20th century. This is automated authoritarianism. Efficient, invisible, and powered by machine learning. The tragedy? Most citizens believe the internet gives them freedom of speech, when in fact it's becoming the most sophisticated surveillance system ever built. 6. The future. AI governments? Here's the question nobody wants to ask. What happens when AI starts running the government itself? It's already beginning. In some countries, local governments are experimenting with AI to allocate budgets, detect fraud, or predict crime. While these sound like positive innovations, they come with a hidden cost. Algorithmic governance. When machines start making decisions about human lives, who do we hold accountable when something goes wrong? AI can be biased, it can be manipulated, and it can be used to justify undemocratic actions, all under the illusion of objectivity. Imagine a world where policy decisions are driven not by elected leaders, but by predictive models that claim to know what's best for society. That's not democracy. That's technocracy. And we're closer to it than most people realize. Democracy has always relied on one fragile thing: trust. Trust that the information we receive is true. Trust that our votes matter. Trust that leaders are accountable to the people. But AI, with its power to manipulate, predict, and control, is quietly eroding that trust. If we're not careful, we may soon live in a world where freedom of choice exists only as an illusion, where every belief, every vote, and every decision is shaped by invisible algorithms pulling the strings. The question isn't whether AI can take over democracy. The question is, will we notice before it's too late? Because the future of democracy won't be decided in parliament halls or protests in the streets. It'll be decided in lines of code in data centers and in the algorithms that define what we see, think, and believe. And unless we demand transparency, accountability, and ethical boundaries for artificial intelligence, the age-old dream of government by the people for the people might quietly become -- government by the algorithm for the system.